Yeah, hi there, champions of purpose. This is my challenge podcast. This is where passion meets with purpose. My name is Daniel Chris, and I'm the host of this podcast. This podcast, we are reviewing a book that is titled "Unmasking the Real You" by Daniel Chris. And this book, we're able to look at the previous episode. We're able to look at the chapter 3, that is breaking loose. Breaking the chains of the imposter syndrome. And then today we're going to be looking at the chapter 4 of this book, and the title of the chapter is Building Unshakable Confidence. So after you must have broken loose from the chain of the imposter syndrome, what is next for you to do? In that previous episode, we talked about building a champion's mentality, building a mindset of self-worth. So today we're going to be looking at the chapter 4, that is building unshakable confidence. So maybe if you're watching me, you're a first time, viewer. This is my challenge podcast, and then please kindly engage this podcast by clicking on the share button, or the like, the subscribe button. Engage the podcast, share this podcast with people around you. I'm very, very sure that it's going to be a blessing to them as well. So thank you very much for doing that. So as usual, we read the introduction to this, the very short introduction to this chapter. He says, imagine standing tall, exuding a quiet sense of assurance. You know who you are, what you are capable of, and that with no criticism or setback that can shake you from the foundation. He says, this is what unshakable confidence looks like. A powerful blend of self-awareness and belief in your ability to thrive, no matter the circumstances. And that is what it is. So, when you see somebody who knows what he or she is doing, when you see somebody, the Englishman calls it the person who knows his onion. When you see somebody who is assured, number one is the person is first and foremost calm. And you see, the loudest person in the room is not necessarily the most confident in the room. The loudest person in the room is not necessarily the most intelligent. Of course, even the Bible says, even fools, when they keep quiet, they are maybe seen as wise. But we are talking about self-confidence. People who believe in their ability, not excluding the help of God, not excluding the grace of God. And as a matter of fact, a lot of believers, a lot of Christians, youth like me, they take that grace for granted. They take the grace of God as a license to living average. They take the grace of God as a license to living unprepared life. They want to venture into business. They want to venture into relationships. They want to venture into marriages. They want to do everything without being prepared for it. And then they say, okay, what do if you meet a youth today and you ask the person, so you are graduating from school now, what's your plan? He said, oh, I know the grace of God upon my life. Yes, I know the power of God. Rabba, rabba, rabba. No, I know that the grace of God is upon your life. I know that I will not underestimate the power of the speaking in tongues or praying in the Holy Spirit. I'm saying that, have you discovered yourself so much that you believe in what you can offer? Have you discovered yourself so much that you believe in what you can do? So you have to build that sense of unshakable confidence if truly you want to unmask the real you. Now, let's talk about how to, the connection between self-confidence and self-identity. We said if you have to build a self-confidence, the first thing for you to do is you must first of all believe in yourself. You have to first and foremost identify yourself. Identify your area of skills. Identify what you can replace with food. Identify what you are. Once you engage in it, you lose every sense of hunger. You lose every sense of time. You lose every sense of gratitude. Even if people don't say, "Oh, come on, well done," you don't care. It doesn't matter to you. That is who you really are. That is your purpose. So after you must have identified it, you have to now, connect with that sense of confidence, self-confidence. So we are looking at the connection. Now, what this helps you to do, it helps you to stay grounded. A lot of people are skillful. Yeah, I'm also in the music ministry too. I'm a musician by the grace of God. I tell people around me that if you get to a place newly, and maybe you as a keyboardist, you just got there, to play keyboard. If you are playing Or if somebody you met there is playing, you don't have to play before you know who is better than you, who is doing what you cannot do. You don't have to get on the instrument before you know somebody whom you can, outperform or whom you can outdo. That gives you that sense of confidence. It's like you are alive there and be like, okay, this person, well, it's not like you are disdaining them. It's not like you are underestimating them, but you just feel, okay, I think I can do better than this person. It immediately gives you that sense of confidence. Maybe in the corporate world, maybe you have two of you asked to, do a delivery. Now, your ability to, identify your area of strength, your ability to now connect you to your area of confidence, the first thing it does to you, like I said, is it makes you stay grounded. Confidence rooted in self-identity isn't easily swayed by external opinions. You don't, it's not like you will not count, it's not like you will insult anybody that advises you. But I'm saying that people's opinion will count less. A lot of people are all over. What will people say about this? If I do this, what will somebody say? If I post it online, what will people say? And some people have been shortchanged. you know, um, I've been into business for quite some time. And then for a period of like 2, 3 years, I used to shy away from social media because I believe I don't want people to see me as, I don't want people to see me, and that actually shortchanged my, my business career. Let me put it that way. It actually shortchanged it. So when it dawned on me that I think you should leverage on the power of the social media, that you can be in a place and everybody can see you at once, then the understanding came to me. But what happened 2, 3 years ago? Imagine if I had started like 2, 3 years ago. Imagine if this podcast came to you like 2, 3 years ago. So a lot of people, because of that, they bring in a lot of people's opinion. And then, but when you are grounded, when you connect your self-confidence with your self-identity, people's opinion matters less. It is actually what you call it that people will help you to call it. There is this Yoruba adage that says it is what you call your calabash that everybody will call it for you. Now, the second thing it does to you, it makes you take decisions. Knowing your value helps you make choices that align with your goal. There are some things that you shouldn't just do because you already know yourself. You know who you are. That song from Sinach said, I know who I am. If you know who you are, it helps your decision. As a sister, if you know who you are, if you know what God has actually deposited in you, you have discovered it, you are nursing it. There are some brothers you cannot pray about. You will not disturb God about them because you know that this person is not going my way. This person is not going my way. There are some business partners you cannot go with. There are some friends you cannot keep. There are some business investment you cannot make if you know who you are. Imagine somebody who has passion for mathematics, somebody who has passion for figures, and you are going for medicine. Maybe because your parents want you to do medicine. There are some parents who actually force their children to do that. I'm saying that it is not the best decision. And so it will help you to make a better decision for your life if you're able to connect your self-identity with self-confidence. And the final thing it helps you to do, it helps you to take risks. According to the author here, let me read it. It said, understanding your abilities empower you to step outside your comfort zone and embrace every growth opportunities. And that is what self-confidence does to you. So let's quickly move. It says strategies for cultivating confidence. Now, confidence does not just jump on you. That is what I need you to understand. You don't wake up one day and you suddenly feel confident. No, it doesn't happen. Money does not give you confidence. If you are putting confidence in money, it will shock you because a lot of people really have money and then their money will be put to shame. Why? Just one, I don't pray for that to happen. I'm saying you don't put confidence in money. You put confidence in the grace of God upon your life. Okay, so strategies to cultivate self-confidence. Number one is affirmation. You have to wake up every day and profess something positive into your life. It says, I am a delightsome land. I am blessed going out. I am blessed coming in. Psalm 139 verse 14 says, it says, I will praise you for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows quite well. That is another way, to give yourself that sense of confidence. There are a lot of them here. You can pick up a copy of that book and then you can read more. He says, I'm capable of overcoming challenges. I deserve success and happiness. Do you know that there are some people, they don't believe they deserve success and happiness? Some people today, they don't believe they deserve to be happy because their lives have been engineered by maybe wrong teachings. People who believe that because you are going to heaven, you have to suffer on earth. I'm not saying there will not be challenges. I'm not saying there will not be difficulties. I'm not saying, Jesus said, I have overcome it for you. And so you are just going through, it's a passing through. Don't forget, after the valley of the shadow of death, there is always a table set before you in the presence of our enemies. But there are some people that are made to believe that the valley of the shadow of death is their destiny. And so they don't deserve to be happy. They don't deserve to have the best things in this world. They don't deserve to have good things. Don't forget, these are, things that can engineer a person's mind that will make you believe wrongful or wrongly about yourself. I trust my abilities to navigate through life's challenges. I am proud of the progress I've made and I'm excited of what is ahead. So this confident affirmation, when you wake up every morning, you pronounce it to yourself. At some point, your subconscious will begin to hear you and nature will start responding to this self-positive self-affirmation. The second way to build this is to celebrate your achievements. You have to celebrate your achievement, no matter how small. Buy yourself a drink, take yourself for a lunch. People still believe they don't deserve to be happy, like I said earlier. And so when they achieve something, they believe, oh no, I must not be complacent. Then they go, before you. He said, each victory will help you some others to win. After a particular victory, you are not supposed to be complacent. Yes, you are not supposed to relax, but you celebrate your little successes. What it does to you is it gives you that self-confidence that it is me that did this. God can actually still help me to do more. The third thing is to, action over perfection. Now, this is very important. A lot of people they believe they have to hit it at once and be perfect. But I'm saying what you should celebrate is your actions. Don't wait till the project is complete before you celebrate yourself. Celebrate topping up your effort every day. Now, I'm not after people who are mediocres or who are average. I'm saying there's a possibility that you can actually take stock of your actions every day. You will see that you are making progress. And when you see that you are making progress, it will give you the self-confidence to go again. It's like a football team that has a losing streak. Yes, a football team that has a losing streak. It will come to a level that they will keep losing. They will lose. They will keep losing. But a time will come when they win the first one, they win the second one, they are confident to go to the pitch again to start competing. And that is what, celebrating your actions and not necessarily your perfection. That is what it does to you. Just to cap it up, there are several stories here in this book. So I would advise you again, you can, check the link in the comment, pick the book up and then read up. It's going to be a blessing to you. And then if this is the first time you are listening, kindly click on that share button, click on the subscribe, and then so you click on the notification as well. So anytime we drop in new videos, you get notified. Thank you very much. So let me also just wrap it up as we end this segment. It says, confidence tracker sheet. You can create like what will help you to track your confidence. So what it does for you is, number one, it helps you to track your confidence. It helps you to track your wins. It helps you to track your progress. But more importantly, it helps you to track your failures. When you track all these things and you meditate on them on a daily basis, with the help of God and with prayer and with hard work, I'm very sure that you're on your journey to your unshakable confidence. Thank you very much for joining me in this episode of my challenge podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Chris. Don't forget, this is where passion meets with purpose. So I will not forget to appreciate my team. Thank you very much, Brother Okala Paul, Sister Omola Bisola, Brother Amure, Ranjola Olua. God bless you. You are supporting my dream, you are supporting my vision. The Lord Almighty will support you too. In Jesus' name. Till we meet again in the next episode as we review the book Unmasking the Real You. This is me saying, don't just engage, learn. Don't just click, share. The Lord bless you. Thank you very much. I love you. Cheers.